Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We are live. We're live. We're live. Yes, we are live. We are live. Breathe in and know that you're breathing. I breathe in. I breathe out. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Marcus Conti reporting. We start off with a beautiful cat video. That's how we start our show off. Morning, everybody. Happy 9/11. Happy King Day, I guess. The transition of the monarchy in England is in full steam. It looks like we're going back to the moon. Wow, three hot stories, right? 9/11. Yesterday was 9/11. Did you remember? Can you remember 9/11? I got to tell you, man, it seems like a lot of people are forgetting. Never forget. Right? People are forgetting. It's like the idea, the memory 21 years ago when a bunch of psychopaths decided to knock down the World Trade Center in New York City and scare the shit out of the people for their whatever ideology, their own acting on their own fear that these white blue-eyed devils were going to take away from them, take from them. So they were fearful, and then they knocked down our buildings, and then the people who got their buildings knocked down turned around and burned 1 million Afghanistan people with bombs and planes and weapons of smart destruction. And the queen dies, right? She's our queen, too, you know. Regardless of where you are, well, not regardless of where you are, but if you're certainly in America, if you're certainly in the United States, or any of the British places around the world, which Britain has touched everyone, she is our queen. She is our majesty and historic, heritage. The heritage of America goes back to the Queen. The Queen has died. And we're watching a transition, which is fascinating and interesting, where the Queen, now that she's died, her son takes the throne. And you watch the transition of power, where people once looked at him as the son of the Queen, guy without any real, power or authority, and suddenly in one breath, in the Queen's last breath, she breathes in and she's gone, and Prince Charles becomes king. Fascinating, right? Fascinating human stuff going on. So we'll see the transition of Charles. Will he make a good king? Will he be a good king? Will he do what the monarchy is supposed to do, which is represent the center, the mother father figure of England and everything, England proper, America and such? Or will he say, "You guys are all fucking stupid, man. Climate change, guys, we can't have war and famine and Africa." And will the King of England go into the direction of politics and ultimately alienate his people? I believe that he'll fall in line with the purpose of the monarchy, which is to bring people together. While people are fighting in Parliament, the monarchy represents stability, represents union. We are all British. See, we don't have that in America. I said it the other day. We don't have that sort of thing. And maybe we should, Maybe we should. Maybe there'll be less aggression on our part, less confusion, less accusations from each side accusing one another of the problems. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. Marcus Conti reporting. Vinny DiMartini on the wrench. Mad Cow Mark is here. Skrillacrow. Skrillacrow. A lot of new people. Thank you all for joining me. Wake and Bake Now, motherfucker, is here. Justin Falzone is here as well. Weevil Girl, Meditations with Weevil Girl. Weevil Girl, I like it. I like the bowl. You had said in a comment, oh, I don't like the bowl. Just hold the bowl. Try working with the bowl closer to the microphone, and people will hear it. It's good. That's what. A lot of traditions use that. They use the not just ringing the bowl, but humming the bowl. There's also affirmations you can do with the bell master, Thich Nhat Hanh, with oneness of mind, body, and speech. I send my heart along with the sound of the bell. May the hearers awaken from their forgetfulness and transcend the path of anxiety and sorrow. Ding, and he rings the bell. It's not your anxiety. It's in general. Right? So anyway, man. So we'll look at those stories. It's 9/11. It's the Queen transition. That's what we got. We'll look at the markets at 9:30. Looks like we're getting a bounce off the bottom. There's a lot of economic data coming down the pipe of Wall Street this week. Numbers like CPI, Consumer Price Index, PPI is also another indicator. The Federal Reserve will determine whether they're going to jack up the short-term interest rate 50 basis points or 75 basis points based on the numbers that we see this week to rein in inflation and subsequently increase unemployment and increase corporate profit. It's all connected. Don't stare at the cat. The cat will hypnotize you. Don't stare at the cat. So we'll look at those stories. This is my thumbnail today, 9/11. Right? Been there, done that. We were all somewhere during 9/11, Some of us were standing out front of the place, when the towers fell. I was a couple of blocks away. There were people inside the building who went down, burning in flames. The debris landed on other people that died and perished. Other people got covered with a ball of dust. Others watched it from miles away. Others watched it on television as it happened from the other side of the globe. Wherever you were on 9/11, things changed. We saw violence and aggression on an epic level, killing 3,000 people in front of us. Right? And have we learned from it? Have we learned anything from that sort of aggression, or have we just continued to apply more aggression and more confusion on others? I think it's the latter. I think the cycle, it continues, cycle of violence. But so how do we? I think the point is, how do we remember 9/11? Do we remember it as a patriotic day where Americans came together and fought off an evil together and agreed that we all agree that we're right and they're wrong? And now, Mr. President Bush, go over there and bomb the fucking shit out of them. If they don't cooperate, hang them. Saddam Hussein got hung. We hung him. We didn't do it, of course, but others were inclined to do it at our direction. Right? Saddam Hussein hung. They talked. Remember they talked about, they reported about how they heard his neck snap as he begged for his, he didn't beg for his life. He just said, this is ridiculous. And then they hung him and his neck snapped. Right? And from that, we're supposed to feel redeemed. Violence makes more violence. Right? Right. We got to fight their ideology. They hate us. They hate us, so we have to hate them first. We're stronger than them, so let's hate them more and crush them. As opposed to stopping the aggression. Sounds funny, like stop. How do you stop it? So anyway, so thank you everybody for joining us. And so we'll go on. Hey, I got a website. My name is Marcus Conti. I am in a somber mood today. I'm in a very, very comfortable, relaxed state of mind for a change. My anxieties are seemingly not there right now. I guess it's the Queen who did it. Anyway, so I have a website, and here's all the fine sites. I'm the Artemis, the rocket ship. There was some news on the website. They don't have a conclusive date as to when they're going to fire the thing off, but it looks like it is coming. Let's look. Artemis. I forgot to bring that page up, so let's do it right now. Artemis, NASDAQ, Artemis, and where's the news? Space launch. Where is the news? Where's the news? They make you scroll too much. Where's the goddamn news? There's a news page that they have. News page that tells you exactly what the hell's going on. There it is. Artemis latest updates. Correction maneuver on. Yeah, so September 8, it was canceled. It looks like they're... here we go. So demonstrates as soon as... coming up, technicians will reconnect the umbilical plates. I got one of those in my head. And perform inspections over the weekend before preparing for a tanking demonstration as soon as September 17. This demonstration will allow engineers to check the new seal, blah, blah, blah. So it looks like they're gonna try to fire this thing to the moon, circle around the moon. Looks like the late September. So if you're of the notion we never went to the moon, maybe watch. Let's watch together. Right? Watch together and find out if it's real. Right? Are we watching a movie? Are we watching a Hollywood set? Are the people in Florida who see and hear the rocket take off being lied to? Is that just a pseudo rocket that goes up and disappears? Because we can't get to deep space because of Van Halen belt. The Van Halen belt is the outermost part of the atmosphere. That's what Van Halen was singing about in Jump. And Senorita, I'm in trouble again 'cause I can't get free. Senorita, right? The Van Halen belt, we're going to find out. Deep space. We're going to see photos from the moon and around it, and we're going to see what Earth looks like, and it's a donut. It might be a donut, not a circle, not a circle, a flat. Right? And the moon might be liquid. And if it's not liquid, right, on the other side of the moon, we're going to see that the Chinese and the Russians are already there. Right? There's a Chinese fucking temple on the moon and a Russian sauna on the moon, dark side. We're going to find out all these fascinating things from via NASA. Have our people lied to us in 1969? They never went to the moon in a aluminum foil covered rocket. Impossible. Van Halen wouldn't allow it. Oh, Van Allen, excuse me. So I have a website. My name is Marcus Conti. I got this website up, right? And it's called marcusconti.com, so you don't forget what it is. Every morning, 9 a.m., this crazy thing that we do. We come live with all these people from all mixed parts of the world and the country, right? We're all here. We Will Girl, Jim Gerard, Vinny DiMartini, me so hungry. Right? We're all here. And every morning at 9 a.m., Monday through Friday, God given, we are somewhere. Right now, we're on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. We love you, YouTube. We love YouTube. We love Google. Google, the home of Google. YouTube owns Google. Google owns YouTube, the home of the stock price that always goes up. GOOG. Buy it. Every morning at 9 a.m. We love all platforms. We love all platforms that allow others to speak openly and honestly and vent their truth, their lack thereof, to vent their love, to spread their love around. And if that stops here, we'll go over to D-Live. But every morning, if you don't know where we are, you don't need notification, just come over here and click the button. You'll find out where the hell we are. So I have a tip jar and a Patreon link when you scroll all the way down. What show is this? This is program number 39. We're number 39. Is it 39? Are we 39? What? But every morning, if you don't know where we are, shut up, Conti. I'm busy. Oh, we're 38. Is this number 38 or 39? I don't know what it is. But anyway, we're doing 39 out of 100 videos, and we're going to try to. I don't know what's going to happen at 100 videos, but stay tuned and find out. So let's start here. 9/11, right? Is it what it was? Is it doing what it should do? According to the reports, it looks like the hysteria is fading. You know, when they read the names of all the dead, it's starting to fade now. People are not showing up to listen to it, right? But the cops are still there. Look. The police took the hit, man. There's the flag, whether you like it or not. That's the American flag. That's the thing that's supposed to unite the nation. Many people right now believe it causes division. That's wrong perspective. That's wrong thought. It separates you, but it doesn't. We have a identity problem in America. What is American? What is, in some regards, that's a strength, the clash of ideas. But here we see people that are adamantly sure that this event is important, that these people did not die in vain, that these dead ensure our, opinions. There's Camilla Harris, you saw. Who else was there? Bloomberg, Schumer. The important people, right? I heard Camilla Harris, once they started to read the names, she took off. So there's the dignitaries, right? A little thin, no president. You've got Chuck Schumer. You've got Camilla Harris and I guess her husband. I don't know who he is. And Mike Bloomberg, mucho respecto. I love Mike Bloomberg, former mayor of New York City. Painful silence, right? And there's the flag, right? Love it or hate it.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
She's got some pipes, the girl.
What so proudly twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare,
Hard to sit still.
the bombs bursting in gave proof.
Oh, we're screeching. Let's see what else we got. So there's the Star Spangled Banner, and there's the. I guess they ring a bell of some sort. Oh, the silences. The silences when the plane struck. This is 8:46. First plane struck. That shit flew right over my head. I lived in Soho, man. I didn't hear it or see it. I was still sleeping for some reason. I used to sleep late. It was 8 o'clock, 8:30. I didn't hear it. Maybe I was up. I don't remember, but I don't distinctly remember hearing it and or seeing any plane. And I say that with restraint. I say that I didn't hear or see a plane crash, not because I don't believe a plane crashed. I say it because I personally didn't see it, and I lived there. What I did see is one building come down. I saw flames and people falling, jumping from the building, bodies jumping from the top of the building. Right? In my video, right? I had it. I have the video. And inescapably, buildings on fire and both fell. That's what I did see. Right? And that's enough for me. Right? Did it happen? Of course it happened. Who started it? Whose fault is it? Doesn't matter. It's that it happened, and that's all there is. The happening. Right? Who started it? We all started it. It's fear. It's fucking anxiety that, our aggression versus their aggression, and their aggression versus our aggression, and us versus them. Right? That's not what this is about. It's about flag and country and right, coming together, right? That we don't do anymore. Right? Because these motherfuckers are all white supremacists carrying the fucking white flag of supremacy, and they hate blacks, and they hate Jews,
Cartwright just
and they hate
did
fucking everybody, man. Right? Hate. Right? That's what generates it. So let's that's 9/11. That's all I got for 9/11. I don't even know what to say about it other than it happened. It's now a permanent part of American history. The monuments have been laid. The ground has been marked. You go to 9/11, you go down to, if you've never been there, right? You go down there and you see this amazing, beautiful new building and new construction and fountains dedicated to the dead who were lost here. Maybe future generations will use the fountain, for swimming. Right? Who knows, man? Who knows what the future generation will how they'll view it? Maybe they'll want to tear it down and say it was racist. It's anti something. Yeah. So here's the Queen. This is our last look at the Queen. Oh man, why are you driving so fast, man? I want to see the Queen. I want to see the Queen's casket. Let's take a look. So they got this really fancy car. What's it called? Not a limousine, but a hearse. Right? It's called a hearse. A hearse, a glass hearse, with the 96-year-old dead body of the Queen in it. Right? The Queen is inside. This is how we do it here in the West. We don't burn. We don't cremate. We bury. That coffin, in many parts of the world, the coffin is pushed into the pyre, the funeral pyre, the fire. wooden box with the dead in it and burned. And everybody stands around as it burns, the smoke, the release of the energy. But here in America, we take the body and we bury it in the ground, in the coffin, and there it sits for many, many years. Somber, right? You see, you know what's fascinating is, as the queen passes, watch. Here comes the queen. Watch the heads drop. Watch the heads drop. My queen, my queen. Watch the reaction. Watch. The queen, and the heads drop. Right? That's real. That's a real response. My queen. There she goes, man. Entering the area where she's going to be buried. Tradition. Monarchy. Marking the space in which we live. England says we have a queen, we have a king. They are the fathers of our nation. When times are confusing, we turn to the monarchy. What would the queen say? What does the queen say? How does she inspire us to stop fighting amongst each other? It's good. I can't find any fault in monarchy. So those are all the dignitaries. I guess they're going to carry the casket a little bit. Moments of silence. And there she goes, right? On her final quest into the ground. Where they'll... So there it is. The king isn't there. The king is somewhere else. We'll look at the king in a second. The new king. So that's how it ends, right? That's how the story ends with the queen thus far. There'll be many other ceremonies. And here's the king. Prince Charles, let's look. Where is he at his best? He's a people person. That's what he is. When he's by himself and hanging out, he's very up. He appears uptight. This is just my observation of the king. He really smiles and is in his element when he's engaging the people. That's his wife. Looks like Jill Biden. Jill, not Joe. That's my wife, Jill. King Charles and Joe Biden share a wife. You know? Doesn't it look like Jill Biden? Jill Biden? It's hard for me to say Jill with no teeth. Jill Biden and Joe Biden. King Charles calling up Joe Biden. Hey Joe, can I borrow the wife for a while? I need a wife. So here he is. Watch how his face changes when he talks to people. He smiles. He engages. That's who he is, right? He's a people person. That's what he is. Right? Hold on a second. Where's the images of him? Yeah, when he leaves, that's where you see him, right? He's leaving. Well, anyway, he's a people guy, man. Here he is. He's gonna fly away, and then he's gonna come back. They got the whole thing live. I don't think he flew more than 10 minutes. He went up and he went down, and then what? So he ended up back at the palace. Here he is. The transition of power from antiquated, not antiquated, but time gone by. A new era of human understanding, right? I love my queen, and this king is too uptight. He's not my king. Or is he? He becomes the king. See how the heads bow? He becomes king. The transition of power, right? That not only are the people affected, but it affects him, right? He becomes the king through his people, through his constituents. I think he knows that. I think this king knows his greatest strength is his connection to the people. You see it when he walks the line. He's very interested and selfless when he's engaging people. So I think he's going to be he's going to be the king. That's inescapable. He is the king. So what else we got here? Fucking king, man. King. We're talking about the king. So, oh my God, we were talking about the king and Artemis and 9/11, and the market is open. Screw all that. Let's go, man. Ding, 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 ding. Put on your fear face. Put on your fear. It looks like right now my feed is jammed. I don't know why. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We're open. So NASDAQ is up 79. Nice. And Dow also bouncing up 127. S&P 500 up a bit as well. I don't have my feed for some reason. It looks like there's some problems with Yahoo Finance right now. I'll click it one more time and see. Maybe we can get to the portfolio. Yeah, the portfolio thing is jammed up. I think they're trying to get people to pay for it now or something. I don't know. But let's look at the numbers. What's happening on Wall Street today? U.S. stock futures gained Monday as Wall Street inches closer to higher anticipated inflation data. Not higher than, highly anticipated inflation data. So this week, tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m., they're going to announce CPI, a number that all of Wall Street looks at to see if inflation is increasing, the price of things is going up, or is it ticking down slightly? From that, the central bank is supposed to react to the data and either continue their direction of economic tightening, removing quantitative easing, tightening the economy, trying to bring inflation down, and subsequently, striking the markets, the equity markets and the labor market, right, in an effort to bring down inflation. I don't think that really works, but that's what they're trying to do. In my opinion, doesn't matter. That's what they're doing. If the inflationary number that they look at ticks down, it might allow the Fed to tick down on their tightening of the short-term interest rate, which Wall Street loves. Give us zero. That's why during the pandemic, the markets went from, NASDAQ 7,000 to NASDAQ 16,000. Right? All in the course of 2 years as a result and what happens on the other side of that is inflation, right? It was expected. Right? Rupert Fellows says Elvis is the king. I agree, man. Elvis is the king, right? Elvis is a great example, right? People, when Elvis, here's the example, right? When Elvis, remember if you saw the movie, go see the movie. Elvis became interested in politics, and he was railing against censorship and how they were painting him as a bad person. And then he flipped it. He became godly. He started singing songs about God and right, and he was able to make people stop fighting over stupidity and turn his attention to something else. That's what a king should do, right? Stop engaging in the bickering amongst people and move to the middle, move to the center. Right? All the prophets taught us that. Right? They all teach us that. Yeah, what else we got here? So I got a website. That's all I got today, man. It's a good video, right? It's good content today. We're talking about things that matter. 9/11 will live on in history. We're 21 years away. What happens in 51 years? What happens in 71 years? Let's go 71 years into the future. Let's even make it greater. Let's go 101 years into the future. The year, let's go 100 years. The year is 2121. Well, how about 2101? Right? 2101, 100 years later from 9/11. What are the people that walk by 9/11 going to think of it when they see it? They're going to see this waterfall and all these names and this story about a building that got knocked down by the dirty Arabs. Bunch of towel heads, sand motherfuckers got on a plane, and that's the story. That's the story we tell. They were bad. They were evil. We got the leader. We got their king, and we hung him. We got the guy, Obama, and we shot him and all his colleagues. Right? Osama, not Obama. Osama. They were talking about going to the moon back then. We can't go to the moon. We never got past the Van Halen. In 100 years, what will we think of 9/11? I think that we'll think nothing of it. I think that it'll be just another monument in the street. Right? Alexander Hamilton, Hamilton, is buried. People don't know this, but a lot of people don't know it, that Alexander Hamilton is buried on the West Side Highway. Upper West Side, 125th Street. He's buried there. There's a monument to Alexander Hamilton. Is it Hamilton? Burial, grave. The Hamilton grave, right? Hamilton's grave. Yeah, it's at Trinity. That's not it. He's I got it wrong. I'm not thinking of Hamilton. It's Grant. Grant's tomb. Grant's tomb, right? I apologize. Grant, right? I even forgot his name, right? President Grant got this giant tomb where he's actually buried. He's there. His body and his coffin is buried. Look where it is. It's on the west side, Upper West Side, 125th Street in Manhattan. Does anybody even know it's there? Now, this was a president, right? Historical figure. He didn't want to be buried in Arlington because Arlington wouldn't allow women to be buried in Arlington Cemetery. That's the story. And the point I'm trying to make is not so much about Grant, but this tomb exists. You can go up there and see it on the West Side Highway. Inside of it is a dead president. How many? I've gone there and I've sat quietly by myself, and nobody. The things that happened there. Abraham Lincoln said, "People will long forget or long remember what we say here." Right? You remember he said it in the Gettysburg Address. Anyway, I'm deep in the woods right now, but I do believe that 9/11 is important moment in history. I think it will be forgotten like other, historic moments. It'll be interpreted by, the generations that come after us. And there it is. So thank you everybody for joining me. Thank you. Let's listen to some Granny Cat. Thanks everybody, man. Peace everybody. Mark Scotty reporting. I love you, Granny Cat. People will long forget Granny Cat. That's why I put the video up. That's why I put the videos up. I'll never forget Granny Cat.